Going into the 10th weekend of the Premier League season, Manchester United are chasing a 15th straight unbeaten game to start the season, and they come up against Burnley at Old Trafford today. Highlights from the game coming next. Well, Coach Popovich and Manchester United are on to set a new record, I believe, as by the end of today, if they avoid defeat here against Burnley for this Premier League match, it'll be their 15th straight undefeated game this season. Right from the start of the UEFA Super Cup, right here to today, we've had 3 Champions League matches. We've had 1 Carabao Cup game, and Manchester United have lost in none of all the competitions so far. But they have come close a few times. And here's the reason. Mason Greenwood has been banging them in for fun. The competition record in the league is 32 goals. He has 6. I think the projected was 40 there, based on current projection trajectory. Romero gets the nod in goal, and Wan-Bissaka gets in defence with Bailly, Lindelof and Alex Telles, who returns. Daniel James, Donny van der Beek, Aaron Hemwood and Trogan Hazard. The front two today, Mason Greenwood and Amad Diallo, with David De Gea and Diogo Dalot returning to the team, but only on the bench. Interesting pick of goalkeeper for Burnley and Sean Dyche today, with Bailey Peacock-Frowell coming in. Alton's with me, Kevin Long and Peters in the back 4. Berg-Gunnarsson with Brewer Stevens, and I couldn't catch the other midfielder there. Let's read it. It was McNeil, and it's going to be Rodriguez and Chris Wood to try and get more goals than Manchester United's team today. And it's going to be incredibly difficult for I think Peacock-Frowell is mainly a rookie at Burnley. I've never seen him before. So what a tough task he's got with their number 1 goalkeeper Tom Heaton not in the team today. So very interesting from Sean Dyche. Let's hope this pays off for him. I don't think it's going to. Manchester United aiming for their 15th straight unbeaten game, and I think that might be a season starting kind of record for Manchester United and team for the teams in general. I don't think we've ever seen a 15-game unbeaten start to the season before. We've obviously seen the Arsenal Invincibles in the league, but Manchester United have bettered that to the fact that they have not lost in any competition whatsoever yet. And like we said, they've come close a few times with the 6-6 at Liverpool, and just last time out against RB Leipzig, where they looked to be in control of the game, and they let RB Leipzig come back into it, with ending in a 2-2 draw. But the important thing is, Popovich and his team still haven't lost a game. It's incredible. And Diallo, Alex Telles, back into the side for the first time since the game against Liverpool. No Bruno Fernandes today. Looks like Alex Telles is actually going to go over this free kick. He has known to be quite set-piece specialist when needs must. Burnley really don't know what they're going to be facing here. Oh, and Peacock-Frowell makes a fantastic save right at the last second. And that was well struck by Alex Telles, to be fair. What a great save from Peacock-Frowell. That will really boost his confidence for the rest of the afternoon. Manchester United will feel they probably should have scored from that one. McNeil to Stevens. And to McNeil. And so a ball out of hope rather than expectation. And Sergio Romero, who retains his place in goal, deals with that. Alex Telles. Diallo. And he's off at the races. And he's of course going to cross in to Mason Greenwood. And it's 1-0. Is it offside though? No. The goal stands, and Mason Greenwood scores another one. And that's his 7th of the season. And Greenwood just cannot stop scoring. What a pass that is from Diallo. Right into the path of Greenwood. Greenwood is onside. And he just cannot miss these days, Mason Greenwood. And we talked about him at the top of the show with a competition record of 32 goals, I believe. He's on a projected 40 the way he's going. I think that was the way around. I could have read that completely wrong. Knowing me, I probably did. But whatever the case, Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. Burnley have always been a tough side for Manchester United in recent past. Greenwood. Now Dan James. James pulls it back. And it doesn't fall to Diallo. Scored his first Premier League and Manchester United goal against Everton last time in the league. Out into Chris Wood! Oh, great header. And Chris Wood, ever the reliable goal scorer for Burnley. And it's a great ball from Loughton, to be fair. And Wan-Bissaka really leaves him far too open, to be fair. And Chris Wood, well, like we said, very reliable goal scorer. Romero's never getting that in a million years. That's a great header from Chris Wood, to be fair. Wan-Bissaka probably has to lay a lot of the blame at his door, unfortunately. It was nowhere near him. That's 3 goals in the league for Chris Wood this season. And maybe, if Manchester United don't really get a move on, maybe their run could be over. Burnley have been known to take a scalp or two in their time in the Premier League, not least of which against Manchester United, and they've now equalised, and it's 1-1. And we've got 3 minutes of added on time on the board. And Peacock Farrell, very brave, the youngster, to go up there and challenge for the ball. And it was kept in, and he stayed on his feet. Well played there by, I think it was Ben Mee, with the defending. Manchester United losing it now. And here's Gumarsson. He's going to have to go on his own again because no one is with him. Here's the ball in towards somebody, Eric Bailly, and everyone was at it, including Sergio Romero. And what happened here? Rodriguez, Bailly, I think it's a corner. Probably very lucky not to be handball against Bailly, but I don't think there would have been anything he could do about it. It is a corner. Swinging, Sergio Romero comes out. Hamburg does quite the fancy flick. And that ends the first half. Well, Manchester United once again losing the game through every fault of their own. Wan-Bissaka leaving Chris Wood wide open for the equaliser after Mason Greenwood had scored his 7th of the season. Manchester United just cannot keep a clean sheet. But they remain unbeaten for now. United 1, Burnley 1. It's just the final third. United cannot curate anything. He always gets stopped at the last possible moments. And credit to Burnley. And very wayward pass there. And also, thinking of the ball by Teller is well played. And now Trogan Hazard. And now Amad Diallo. And now Mason Greenwood. Goal. It's inevitable. It's Mason Greenwood yet again. Burnley caught cold. And Manchester United, that's how they attack. Wonderful sequence again by United. Hazard to Diallo. Picked out Mason Greenwood. What a run. Just so much space. No one anywhere near him. It's 2-1 to Manchester United. Wonderful football by Gregg Popovich's men. And Sean Dyche, sure that hard work has been undone because now they have to try and do it again. Great goal for Mason Greenwood, his 8th of the season. And I think he might have more than that when you count the Champions League goals as well. This kid's on a roll. Manchester United 2, Burnley 1. Tellers to Henwood. Henwood's wayward pass to Van der Beek. Mounted. Ashley Barnes. Westwood. Nelson to McNeil. Now Westwood. Oh, he's gone past Tellers. And Stevens! It's it again. It's the crosses. Manchester United just cannot deal with them. And maybe Burnley should be thinking about getting the ball. And maybe getting back into the centre circle to maybe score another. It's the crosses again from United. Alex Tellers does get lost here. It's a ping ball. And again, just no one near them. So when the ball goes in the air, Manchester United just don't know what to do. It's so weird. Gregg Popovich is, no matter what he does, his defenders just cannot keep goals out. Dale Stevens gets his first goal of the league. United poor in defence again. Still unbeaten though, unbelievably, but it's another 2-2 draw that they're staring at here. And this is just, it's not good enough defensively. Manchester United are starting to really waver. 2-2, but we know their attacking prowess. And James, winging ball, and oh, and Diallo, he's got to score there. He's got to score. Oh, Diallo, it's a great effort to be fair, but I think he's got to score that. But if it's what wins them trophies, then who cares? I guess, to be callous. A little. Oh, Rashford to Greenwood. We're in the final minutes. Oh! Greenwood, has he not buried it? I did another game where they really should be out of sight. They should be celebrating a win today. They really should. (92). 2 at the added on 7 minutes of added on time. Another big chunk of added on time at the end of the game. And a big ball over the top doesn't work there. A lot of people, teams are adopting that strategy. Rashford, it was a contested header to be fair, you can't blame him for that. Morgan Hazard. Rashford. Greenwood, that's better. He pulls it back to Rashford! Oh, it's a great save by Peacock Farrell. Oh, wonderful pullback here for Greenwood. Almost like the chance had gone. Peacock Farrell, what a save. The youngster is stepping up to the plate. Hazard with the corner. Peacock Farrell gets it out. Van der Beek headers it back in. Given away by Van der Beek again. He's been really wayward today. Oh, it's bounced off Greenwood. And Rashford has picked it up. And now Trogan Hazard. Surely no. Shane Long, I think it has the saved it, but there's Dan James. And oh, it's a scramble in the box. And finally Burnley get it away. And finally that's the end of the game. What a spurring end to the second half for United. They should have won this game. Manchester United not at their best today. But I guess the important thing is that they have gone 15 games unbeaten. But some will say how today. It's not been the best of United's performances, that's for sure. 15 games unbeaten, but questions are starting to be asked. And United pretty much should have won this game. They had a late surge in the second half which didn't come off. Great saves from Peacock Farrell. 2-2 the score here. But Popovich will say, where's the 3 points? They should have had them. So we've gone past 10 games in the season. Let's have a look at all the scores from match day 10 and what that means for the current Premier League table. After the first 10 games of the season, Leicester won 1-0 against Brighton at the King Power Stadium. But Wolves had an absolutely stellar afternoon against Fulham, beating them by 5-1. Cool baptism of fire there for Fulham. After a recent surge, they've done well, but Wolves really took them to school today with that emphatic win. Crystal Palace and Aston Villa drew 1-1. We already saw the coverage of Manchester United and Burnley, which they really threw away 3 points, to be honest. West Bromwich Albion 2, Southampton 2. West Ham and Manchester City ended 0-0. Further down, Leeds lost to Everton by 3 goals to 0 as their real bad run continues. Liverpool, the champions, took advantage of the drop points from Manchester United today, winning, the day after yesterday, winning by 2 goals to 0. Arsenal really showing some form now. 3-1 against Sheffield United, and Spurs win again as well. 2-0 against Chelsea. So what that means for the table is it's still tightly contested, but Manchester United will need to stop conceding goals because they're starting to lose pace with 3 points now behind Liverpool in the title. And now Spurs, who they beat at the beginning of the season, have now caught up with them. And they're only behind on goal difference. Manchester City a further 2 points behind. It's such a tightly contested battle, especially at the top. Wolves, really decent position once again from the Wolves manager, up into 5th place ahead of Leicester City. Chelsea down in 7th, and Frank Lampard's first season is not going. Second season is not going all that well now. Newcastle United up into 8th, West Ham 9th, and Arsenal, unbelievably now, are in the top 10 out of absolutely nowhere. Villa are 11th, followed by Everton. Burnley go up to 12th with their draw today, taking advantage of Fulham being swept by Wolves. Brighton in 15th with Crystal Palace 16th. Palace 17th. West Brom dropped to 18th on the eve of their Carabao Cup match against United coming up. Sheffield United in 19th, and Leeds still need to even get a win on the board, just with that 1 point so far. But what's amazing, back to the top, look at that. Liverpool and Spurs have lost games, but Manchester United are not running away with this at all. Like we said, it's the dropped goals and the dropped points that are hurting them thus far. Popovich needs to really sort it out defensively, because it seems without De Legit, they lose quite a lot.